Hey guys, so this video might be all over the place because I don't have any means of editing it or anything, and I want it to be very raw and kind of let my emotions flow if they're going to at all. So I got thinking, about coincidences and how things happen, when they happen and why they happen and whatever. Now the last 2 years I've been studying the mind, the subconscious mind, and the law of attraction, which I guess the secondary law for that would be the law of vibration. I do not believe in coincidence at all. I believe that people, places, and things come into my life because they're supposed to, because of the vibration that I am on. So I've been wanting to do a video on this for the last few days, and I have not been able to because every time I try or start or think of it or go to write notes down on what I'm gonna say and stuff, I start crying. So I felt like I needed to do this video today though because I kind of was faced with another coincidence last night. So for some of you may know, or obviously a lot of you won't know, that I was bullied really bad in school. When I say bullied, I'm not talking about, oh, you're stupid, I'm talking like picked up by my neck where my feet were not touching the ground and swung around. I'm talking have my desk turned around to not face the class because nobody wants to look at my ugly mug. I would be bent over into my locker and people would kick me from behind. I had scars on my shoulders for years because of that. I had pens thrown at my face. I had multiple name calling going on. I was told to go kill myself and told that nobody loved me and that I wasn't worth living. And, I'd be walking with my books and I'd have, bullies come and slam the books out of my hand and then stand there and laugh while I had to sit there with the embarrassment of everyone walking by and picking up my own books. So, to me, for about the last 20 years, like I had 2 real bad years of it. I mean, it went before and after that, of course, a little bit here and there, but two consecutive solid years of not wanting to go to school, staying up until 4 or 5 in the morning because I didn't want to go to sleep because I knew as soon as I went to sleep I'd have to get up and go to school. Anyway, I never really, I think I had let a little things slip here and there, but I never really let anyone know how bad it was. The little bit that I would tell my parents, they would go and they would talk to the school, but then I stopped telling them because, they would try and help and they'd go to the school and then I'd get laughed at because I was, oh, you had to go tell your mommy, you big baby. And so, anyways, my video today I wanted to share with you guys is kind of about forgiveness. I went swimming with my family last night, and my biggest bully was there. He was there with his daughter, and just him and her, and there I was with my family enjoying my time. And when he walked in, I immediately reverted to, what if he says something mean or whatever. And it's amazing how your subconscious mind controls everything in your life, because I immediately went back to feeling like I was 12 again. And for the last 20 years, the only thing I have ever longed for is for just one of my bullies to step forward and be like, hey, sorry I treated you like such shit, So I got thinking last night in the pool, I was thinking, is he sitting there wondering, like, man, I treated that girl like shit? Probably not. I mean, maybe he was, I don't know, I didn't ask him. But I just couldn't help but ask myself, how I sure hope, I was thinking to myself, I sure hope that the way you treated me 20 years ago and made me feel like shit every day of my life for 2 years, I sure hope it served you well, and I hope it gave you purpose, so that we could end up 20 years later doing the same thing. I was at the pool with my family and he was at the pool with his family. And for 20 years, I've been carrying around this resentment towards not just him, but there was a whole bunch of them. He was the leader of the pack, man. Like, he would do something and everyone would follow suit. And now I couldn't help but think, like, he leads the exact same life I do. And he lives in the same city. He works the same as everyone else. He's an average looking guy like everyone else. And here I am, 20 years past, still carrying around this freaking resentment towards these people, Then I got thinking, like, he is no better than I am. And then I got thinking how proud I am of myself. Because out of all life's lessons that I have learned, this one has definitely been the toughest. Because it is really, pardon my language, but really fucking hard to forgive someone who isn't sorry. And the thing that I'm realizing now is that it had nothing to do with me. Them making fun of me had nothing to do with me. And so in realizing that not one of these bullies is going to come and apologize to me and make things right, what was the one thing that I could do that would make it right? And this is something that has been, I've been thinking about it for a long time. So in the last, I would say probably, year and a half, 2 years, I have a handful of people that I mistreated, and I have done my absolute best to make my amends to them. Some might have come straight out and said, look, I'm really sorry for the amends, or for the way I mistreated you, and I'm making my amends, and I'm really sorry for this. Other ones I have called up and just made a point to befriend them and, go for coffee, and I've gotten to know some of their kids and whatever. A couple of them have become really good friends of mine. A couple of them are not my people, but I have no hard feelings towards them, and I have made sure to make it right so that there is no hard feelings between, or for me, from them towards me. And I guess what my message for you guys is to make sure that you realize how important forgiveness is, okay? Forgiveness is accepting, and accepting is not the same as condoning. So when you forgive someone, you're not letting them off the hook and making what they did okay. You're just accepting it for what it was and moving on from there, not letting it happen again. And to me, I choose to forgive my bullies because I have enough self-love and self-respect that I don't need to be carrying that shit around me around with me for another 20 years. I deserve better than that. And I can pretty much guarantee myself that they are not walking around feeling bad for the way that they treated me. And, maybe they don't know the impact that they had. I would hope, maybe they do. I would hope that they don't, because it would, for them to treat someone who bleeds the same color blood in such a shitty manner and then have the conscience and the audacity to wake up and do it again, I would hope that they are not knowing the impact that they had and the way that they made me feel. So anyways, guys, I'm going to end there, but I invite you to really just be kind to people, and just know that if someone is ever making you feel like shit, or they're even making you question your worth, realize, like, in your heart of hearts, just know that it has fuck all to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It is all on them. Because nobody has the authority to make you feel something that you don't want to feel, or make you think a thought that you don't want to have. So with that, I will sign off, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.